All right. So there's the story about the family that invited the mom's boss over for dinner, and the boss was known to be a very pompous man and very full of his own sense of importance. And but they thought, well, it'd be a good thing. We'll invite him over for dinner. And so he came over for dinner, and they were chatting and whatever. And at the after dinner, of course, the boss was going on and on and on about, what do you think about himself, right? and how wonderful he was and everything he'd done and da-di-da-di-da in this pompous way. And he concluded it by saying, and he looked at the little son that was there, the little boy, and he said, son, he said, I'm a self-made man. And the little boy looked at him and said, with true childlike innocence, and he said, really? He said, why'd you make yourself that way? That's a question we all have to answer, isn't it? Why did I make myself this way? I don't know. Okay, and we know that truly we are all expressions of God, and it's that wonderful divine human paradox. We're expressions of God, as we were just hearing in that beautiful song. The only quote sin is that we don't know that the door to God is open. So we're expressions of God, and what we're doing as we grow spiritually is we're not really trying to get God to come in. That's ridiculous. God's already expressing in, as, and through us. We are expressions of God. What we are doing is our consciousness is waking up to the reality of the open door, to the reality that we are God in expression. And so what happens for us as we wake up to that and as we renew our minds, and it's a lifelong process of growth, of spiritual understanding, of bringing forth those God values into the reality, into the feet on the ground experience, what happens is that we find how it is that our God in us and God in us, as us and through us, is making us, gets more and more rich, doesn't it? It gets more and more abundant. It gets more and more whole, WHOLE, more and more congruent, more and more connected to ourselves, to our sense of spiritual values, and to other people. We really start to understand what we affirmed this morning. Our God is love, our race is human, and our religion is oneness. That becomes so much more than just some nice little platitude. We start to get it, because we start to really see how it is that we are connected